everybody. I am Addavia, and I wanted to create this space because I talk a lot on my TikTok about certain things, and I wanted to create a space where I can kind of dig a little deeper into some of the things that I talk about there. And I'm a firm believer in like healing out loud because heal people, free people, and along with that, hurt people, and I just don't want to be that person that is hurt and hurts other people. Um, so I'm choosing to heal out loud, and this is the space I created to do such. So sometimes it'll be just me here, sometimes I'll have guests, but come along with me on this journey as I heal out loud. So, just a little bit about me. I grew up in both South Carolina and Florida. Um, a big chunk of my life from birth, pretty much, maybe up until year old, and then from 1 year old to when I was in third grade, whatever age that is. I was in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. And then from third grade to 11th grade, I lived in South Carolina. So it kind of just depends on the day what I claim. But I will say that I feel like South Carolina kind of steered me the most. And it was a part of my life that I remember the most. So that's why I just say South Carolina. But I can remember just always being the quiet girl, always being very to myself. And I have friends, and I don't really remember how I even got those friends. And but I have friends, and I just always remember this sense of just feeling kind of invisible. So with me feeling invisible, most of my life that I can remember, it wasn't invisible in my house. Um, Maybe invisible emotionally in my house, but as far as just making me feel like I was a part, you know. But just when I would go to school, I would kind of feel invisible, um, and stuff like that. So a big chunk of my life, I have to say, definitely was just me trying to find my way, pretty much find my voice. And so here I am now, 35, and I'm experiencing, I'm about to get emotional already, and I'm not even 5 minutes into the video. I'm at this place in my life right now where I'm just tired. I always feel like everything has to be hard for me. And I just have this question like, why? You know, I can just never just say, you know what? I think it's time for me to do this. I want to work in in my purpose. I want to work in my passion, and I just start. And it's like I know that you have to like go through things in order to um, have certain understandings, in order to have certain mindsets, and I get that. But it's like everything that I do has to be tough. Like, bruh, like so. I'm at this point now where I'm just tired, and I'm trying to get to a healed place because I'm tired of getting in this headspace of just being tired. So I'm working right now on avoiding certain emotions, not avoiding, but attacking certain emotions, finding the root of those emotions, and and then combating them with the best way possible for me to heal through them. Um, it's certain parts of my life that I want to be free in, and I'm not. And it's hindering me from other parts of my life. I have this fear of rejection in so many areas of my life. And I'm just like, when will I get to a point where I'm okay with whatever happens? Like, when will I get to a point that I'm not afraid of the rejection? You know, so that I can see my next. Right now, I'm trying to get back in school, and things are kind of discouraging me from getting back in school. I fully enrolled, but just thinking about the money, just thinking about the pay decrease that I've been taking lately because I want to go back to school, I'm having to work part-time now. So just the life changes that I'm having to make yet again, feeling as if yet again I'm having to, in a sense, start over. And I'm just over it. So, but on the opposite side of that, and I know that people can relate with me when it's like things that are actually happening in your life. Like, I just started my nonprofit, and that's a lot of work. I'm still trying to work on like solidifying that, but I'm working in it. And but things even with that are happening. Things are being delayed in that, and I'm just like, why does everything have to be hard for me? This is like my passion project. I know this is where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do. And then with me dropping, or announcing, I should say, the nonprofit, along with that, then about a month after that, depression comes. So May was a tough month for me. One day was so tough, I literally cried from like the morning to the afternoon. I just cried, cried, cried. And I'm having to be at work, and I'm just like, I am losing it. Like, I'm absolutely losing it. I'm at a job that's cool, but because I know that it's not where I want to be, I find it so hard to like fake the funk. And I'm trying to get back to that place where in certain areas I am able to fake it. Because in faking, you kind of can like look like you want to be there. I can't do that. If I am not there mentally, like, I can't fake it. So I'm trying. I used to be able to, and then I was like, I'm free from that. I don't have to fake. And now I'm trying to get back to that place because I'm like, it's necessary for me sometimes. So the job is cool or whatever, but I just know that it's not where I'm supposed to be. And I'm like, God, come on. So I'm just in this headspace of trying to find this balance of gratefulness and of striving towards something that is greater and beyond myself, and getting the tenacity and getting the will and getting the strength to do hard things. I'll do things scared, but when they get too hard, I'm like, I feel like I revert. I feel like I used to be like fearless, and I would just do things. Like, if it fails, it fails, cool, whatever. At least I tried it. Which is how I like launch one year, launched like 2 to 3 businesses at the same time. Why? I don't even know. I don't even remember what the businesses were, but I remember that time I just had the fight. I would do it while I was at work. I would do it while when I got off, I was working on it. It was something that I just wanted to do, and I did it. And now I just feel like life has just brought so many disappointments. Now I'm trying to find that grit again. And so that's a big part of me just kind of trying to get back to me in a sense. Some of the areas that I felt were distracting to me, some of the areas that I felt were more as beneficial, I'm finding that I needed those areas in my life. I needed those certain characteristics about myself, but I needed to find a balance within them. Now I'm trying to find it and get it back so that I can have the balance. It's crazy. But but I definitely know that other people can feel me on this, where they're like just trying to find their way. And my one of the regrets that I have, and I don't have many regrets because I'm just like whatever about things sometimes. But one of the regrets I definitely have is that I don't stick up for myself, to myself. Like, I'm so hard on myself. And so when other people are hard on me, or when other people don't extend grace, or when other people don't understand me, then I go into this place of like not defending myself. And I don't ever want to be defensive, but I want to take up for myself. And when you feel as if other people don't take up for you, that it's like this feeling of, if I'm not worthy of other people to take care of me, or other people to take up for me, for other people to take up for me, then I'm not worthy of taking up for myself. So I never would usually like speak up about certain things. So now I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, I need to start speaking up about what I want, what I expect, and a lot of the limitations that I'm putting on myself, and a lot of things that I'm putting on myself, the pressures that I'm putting on myself right now, I'm needing to talk to myself more and more and more, and speak up for myself, for my inner self, for what I want, for what I desire, for what I need, and actually do it, and not revert, and not bow to those things. Because I feel like a lot of times in life, we bow to these areas in our lives that don't have any power. We bow to the depression, and we bow to the anxiety, and we allow it to take over certain parts of our lives that it technically has no power, because if we don't give it power, it can't do anything. It's not like God, where if we sit back and just allow him to be, then he's going to take care of it all. Like, depression and anxiety doesn't have that power to do anything. Depression and anxiety only has the power that you give it. And so I'm getting to a place where I'm like, I want to give power to the things that can serve me. Give power to the areas that can heal me. Give power to the areas that can help me live through, help me live with, and help me live on. And May was just one of those months where I didn't have it in me. And I feel like I'm getting back to that point now. But I can truly say that right now, I'm not okay, but I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting back, I'm finding that, and I'm just fighting so hard to get to this place where I have this balance, and I'm understanding where God has me more. And I'm talking to him again, and I'm communing with him again, and I'm consulting him again on things that deal with me. When we get into these headspaces, sometimes we're like, I don't even hear you, God. So what's the point of me even talking to you? So just getting to those points, getting to that point again, I should say, of hearing God, feeling him, and knowing that he's present, is where I'm at right now. I'm at this place that I'm like, you know what? This might be a weird place to be, but I'm at this place where, God, okay, well, you woke me up again, so I might as well fight this day with all I have. And I'm still learning to bring that with every day, and bring that to everything. So I wake up and I go to work, and I wake up and I make the calls, and I wake up and I look at my emails, and I wake up and I try. Am I giving 100% in my try? No, but I'm trying. So I'm working towards giving that 100%, And I feel like I'm in a good space right now. Like, definitely not in the space that I would put myself in, but I'm in a space that I feel like God has me in just to teach me some things. And I'm okay with that. So, with these episodes, I never want them to be too long. But one thing I want you to gather from this is to keep going. If you are alive, you have a purpose. If you are alive, there's something in you that God desires for you to finish. There's something in you that God desires for you to see. And I know life gets hard, but keep going. And in that keep going, keep seeking Him. It's so hard, but it's the only thing you could do to get through it. Life be life and real bad. Real bad. And so finding that place where you can just have peace in God and have peace in your situation, it's worth it. It's worth seeking Him to find that. I'm still at it, and I don't know how or what happened in my life where I got to a point where I'm kind of steadfast in Him. Like, life can be life real bad, and I just cannot. I can't not acknowledge Him. I can't turn away from Him. It's just I don't know where it came from, but I pray that spirit of I shall not be moved, that I am wholeheartedly and just in love with Jesus, that I pray that spirit gets onto more people that are dealing with anxiety and depression. I'm telling you, it's not saying that you won't have hard days, but it is saying that you have, even if it's the slightest bit of hope in those moments, that you have the slightest bit of hope. So that's something that I definitely pray more people get in this season. But I wanted to end these episodes off with me making a promise to myself. And I promise to show up for myself more. I promise to show up for myself in every area that I want other people to show up for me. So, yeah, whatever that looks like. So I encourage you to make a promise to yourself today. Hopefully something that I said really resonated with you. Hopefully something that I said helped you. Again, we are healing out loud over here. And this is just me sharing my journey. So I definitely look forward. I'll be putting these out every week. That's another promise I'm making to myself. But I'll be putting these out every week just as a way to, again, create a safe space. To allow people to heal out loud and not be ashamed of the healing process, and not be ashamed, especially in a world that can shame you for anything and everything. So, again, this is Healing Out Loud with Addavia, and y'all be blessed. Have an amazing week.